Hey, once again, welcome to my channel. My channel being the channel that represents the program that I am trying to start up. Just wanted to kind of do an introduction audio about the program and just kind of give you all a glimpse of where my mind wants to go. The purpose of this channel is really just to document and showcase this process, just in case somebody else is interested, would like to help, support, or donate. The Rising Place is the name of the home, and what it is a independent living program and service for youth ages 18 to 24 who are transitioning from foster care into adulthood. This is a huge need. It's a population that I've always been interested in working with. And so the program at a glance, I kind of mentioned who we serve. A lot of people don't know about extended foster care and similar services. And a lot of people don't know the need of youths who are finding themselves at that age in which they can no longer be in the regular program system. So there is a news story I want you all to listen to of this young lady who is going through similar circumstances of the people who I would generally like this program to be for. It's out of Orlando from Fox 35. So bear with me if an ad plays, you'll just get a quick pause, but I'm going to play some of it.
Age milestones are everything when you're growing up. At 16, you can drive a car. At 21, you can vote. At 18, at 21, you can drink. And then at 18, you can vote. As Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie reports, for some young people, one birthday changes everything.
Birthdays should be fun, but for kids in foster care, turning 18 can be a frightening reality because that day they're on their own, whether they're ready or not. Sky just turned 18. Instead of celebrating her special day at school,
You put it right where the pillow is.
she packed her bags
I didn't want to leave.
and went to court.
I had a lot of stuff going on, so it was kind of rushed and stressful.
Sky met with a judge to formally end her foster care life as a minor. She was forced out of the group home because it's not licensed to keep her as an adult, and the state no longer pays for her care there. Sky bounced around from different homes since she was 3 years old.
So my mom and dad had drug problems, so I ended up getting adopted.
Then, at 13, she was removed from her adopted home, which was the last time she and her 3 younger brothers were all together. She changed group homes and schools several times. Her biological parents passed away, and now she's aged out of the system. While most high schoolers are thinking about prom parties and summer vacation, 18-year-olds who age out of foster care are faced with the harsh realities of adulthood: rent, groceries, and jobs. More than 23,000 children age out of the U.S. foster care system every year. About 20% will become instantly homeless. Only half will graduate from high school, and just 1 in 10 enroll in college.
Oh, that's just my grade one.
A new Orlando organization called Fostering Kindness is gathering gifts and life's essentials for group homes to celebrate.
So hopefully that came through clear. It's a great representation of just some of the issues that these youths face as they're aging out of foster care, and gives you a glimpse of some of the things that they face while in foster care, or some of the things that often lead them into the foster care system. So back to the program, and I'm not going to keep you all for too long. But as I mentioned, I talked about who we serve, the extended foster care program. My specific program is based in a residential neighborhood, a residential home with an accessory dwelling unit. It's considered semi-independent, supportive housing, as well as the independent living program. The model that we're wanting to work with balances personal accountability with structured support to include that individualized service plan and those life skill developments. It's our vision to expand, into a more collaborative, supportive housing network throughout Florida to these vulnerable transition age youth. It is a three model approach. And so I break it down into phases where the first phase is stabilization, the second phase is skill building, and then that third phase is independence. Youth can be in the home up until literally age 24, barring any issues with them behaviorally, mentally, and things like that. Um, and so, again, some of those core services for me is that housing and case management piece, right? To include weekly check ins, helping them within the education and employment area, obviously making behavioral health a central core component of the program to include getting therapy that they need, linking them up with services, as well as that life skill and community development we talked about. There's a lot of program philosophies I live by and that I would like to model the program off of, and I will model the program off of. And that includes that safety, that sense of security, trustworthiness, that peer support, and overall empowerment of the transition age youth. Um, Again, the eligibility is pretty straightforward. Ages 18 to 24 have to be enrolled in some component of the extended foster care system or program. And with that being said, that comes with its own eligibility criteria. If you know anybody who's interested and who meets those basic criteria, even if they're not currently enrolled in the program, I am open to helping youth make those connections to get them enrolled in the program so they can take advantage of the independent living and housing program that I am starting up. I'm located in Florida, in Central Florida area, Tampa, Florida to be specific. But there is opportunities or there are ways that youth can make that transition here. Obviously, school and work are things to consider. But we do referral and screening, so you can just simply refer them to our email address to ask any questions. We also have a Facebook page as well. We will do our intake. We'll look at the orientation piece before we make a final admission. The housing setup is um, it's not a huge home, but each youth gets their own room, with the exception of younger youth. That room will fit just two people, right, to include that person. And as they showcase those independent living skills, they could have an opportunity to move still on the property, but in the accessory dwelling unit where they're tucked away with a little bit more privacy. But again, it is a phased approach program, and so that is something that definitely has to be warranted. But again, shared living space with three, potentially four other people. So as I kind of wind down this video, I hope to bring more content to YouTube. Ideally, more videos that kind of showcase some of the progress that we're making within the main house. In the next 2 weeks, we are looking at repainting the rooms. We got some furniture pieces in. And so hopefully those pictures and those videos will be coming soon. Ideally, I would like to get this program up by the end of the year, going into the new year. So again, donations are always welcome. Definitely will be appreciated. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section.